I sat in the ICU, 17. My father fading under hospital light, machines breathing for him. While I whispered apologies, I stayed for too long. His hand was warm, then it wasn't, and the room shrank around the truth I couldn't hold. When his heart stopped, the body left behind looked like an empty coat I wasn't ready to fold. Tell me, what do you do when the strongest man you know goes silent? How does a kid carry a moment that would break a grown man in two? Have you ever watched the world end and still had to walk out through the same doors you came in? I learned the hard way that grief doesn't ask your age. It hits like a hammer, leaves you sweeping up the pieces. I drove home talking to ghosts, trying to make sense of a life that didn't make sense anymore. And maybe you've been there too, standing in the wreckage, trying to remember how to breathe when the world forgets to show you how. Dad, you came from the old country with calloused hands and a stubborn hope. Crossed an ocean to Canada and somehow made it bloom. You were the man with the green thumb, turning backyard dirt into tomatoes from mama's jars, grapes into that rough red wine you shared with neighbors like treasure. You worked day and night, so we never went without, and folks treated you like a shining light, long before I understood why. After you were gone, my brothers put you on a pedestal and grew strong in your shadow. I locked you deep in my heart and tried to numb the ache instead of grieving the man I lost. It took me years to learn that pain isn't disloyalty, it's love with nowhere to go. Dad, I remember you now, with a softness I didn't have back then. I forgive the boy I was, and I honor the man you were. You were special, and I'm grown now, strong enough to carry the light you left me without dropping it. And kid, I remember that night you thought the world had no place left for you. You were hurting, angry, lost, carrying a grief too heavy for 17. You stumbled through your 20s thinking you were broken, but you were just wounded and trying to run the wound. How could a boy carry all that weight without falling? How could you know the sunrise was coming when the night felt endless? How could you blame yourself for something no one could have stopped? But you made it through, even when you didn't think you would. You walked out of that darkness and into a life you could imagine back then. A wife, a daughter, a home, proof the story wasn't over. I hold your memories like gold now, not shame. I'm still here, unapologetic and changed, growing into the man who can look in the mirror and say, I'm lucky I knew you, Papa, I'm enough. And now I turn to the world, not as the boy who stumbled, not as the man who hid his hurt, but as a growing flame. I came to the truth later than I wanted, but right on time for who I was meant to be. I won't be a stain on this world, I'll be a mark, a light, a reminder that broken paths can still lead somewhere worth standing. I'm still rising, still learning how to carry the love that built me. I'm here, I'm alive, I'm not done burning bright.